So, hello, Luke Michael Howard, clinical hypnotist and owner of Lukenosis Hypnosis, and I'm here with a very special interview with one of my clients, Jessica, today. Jessica came to see me probably about 5 or 6 months ago to stop smoking. So we're just checking in with her today to see how she's doing. Jessica, how are you?
Oh, great. Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what was it that made you decide to book with me initially?
I just got to the point where I'd been smoking for a really long time and was finally ready to really try quitting for the last time. Yeah, just health wise, my son also really wanted me to quit. I think it was really affecting him, and I could also feel that I think it was really starting to help affect my health. And obviously, to save money too was always a good bonus.
Awesome. Um, how many cigarettes were you smoking roughly a day when we started?
I would say just over half a pack a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, what was it? How long were you smoking before we did our session?
Since I was 16, on and off, but mostly on. And so over 25 years, I think
Wow.
27 years to be exact. I quit when I was pregnant was the only time I quit for any length of time. Otherwise, it was maybe a couple weeks here or a month or two here and there. But yeah, for the most part, I was a pretty solid smoker.
So, what was it after your attempt at taking a hiatus from smoking for a while after when you were pregnant? What was it about now or 5 months ago when we met that you're like, I better bloody do something about this now? Was there anything that was going on that kind of brought you to that place?
Oh, I'm sure it was a combination of things, but for I think a couple years leading up to even booking with you, I was like, okay, I really need to quit. I always, once I turn 40, I'll quit. Oh, okay, 41, I'll quit. Oh, 42, I'll quit, So it just kept going and the birthdays kept going and I was like, okay, I really need to do this.
What
Yeah.
what kind of stuff had you tried in the past to quit smoking before we met?
I'd had tried Champix, but I'm not very good with routine or remembering to take pills every day, so that didn't really work for me. I had tried the patch. I think I tried gum once.
Okay.
Cold turkey. That's the only things I can remember right now.
There's quite a lot. You did all the things you were told to do to help you to quit,
Yeah.
and they didn't quite work out for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only time I was able to do it was when I was pregnant, which was surprising to myself as well. But I didn't struggle as much as I thought I would with that. So I guess doing it for him when I was pregnant was good. But then right after he was born, I think a week or two later, I started smoking again. But I was secretly smoking, and then I was smoking.
Secret smoker than smoking.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
what were your honestly? What were your thoughts on hypnosis, hypnotherapy, me coming into this? Honestly,
Oh, just that I was open to it. I was kind of excited that there might be a method that would just subconsciously make me quit without having to deal with like I don't know, just all the things that go along with quitting. I was hoping it would just make it easy. And it did actually. Not at first. The first week was tough, but
yeah,
after that, yeah, it was super easy. Like I'm
because
still surprised how
we
good
had
it could
done
be.
our. Sorry, please continue. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just saying like we had talked about that first week. I thought I was going to be angry and miserable. Instead I was just really sad for about a week. Didn't feel like myself, thought I would never go back to normal. And then it just kind of like after a week, just something switched and it was great. I mean, I never smoked during that week either, so that was great.
Yeah.
But the emotional stuff was still happening. But after that, it just, went away. Life went back to normal. I felt back to normal. And yeah, I didn't even really think about smoking. So it was
It
great.
was almost like there was a lid on it, right? And then like smoking was a band-aid. This is what I like to say. We take the band-aid off, and then suddenly all this, for want of a better metaphor, pus and nastiness came out, and you're a bit
Yeah.
uncomfortable for the first week. You're a little bit surprised, eh? You went through
Yeah.
it like a trooper,
Yeah.
and a week later you're like, I'm good, done.
Yeah. It was great. I think one thing that surprised me once in a while was I would put on my jacket and hat and everything. It was still winter, so and I would go to open the back door to go out for a smoke, and I'd be like, "What am I doing? I don't smoke anymore." Like my body would still like after like a meal or something, I would still like do the motions of like my habit to go out for a smoke, and then I'd catch myself and be like, "Well, why am I going outside right now?"
Wow. Yeah, yeah, those old triggers, but then they still fired off, but you didn't do the old behavior of
Yeah, I didn't actually
smoking.
smoke.
Yeah, you caught
Yeah.
yourself. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And we only did one session, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was surprising too. I thought I would need more. So,
Yeah, we thought it might take two or three. You know, smoking
yep,
actually do 1 to 3 sessions, and I was honest with you. And no, we did it in one. It was a bigger,
yep.
is it fair to say, without going into detail, but you can if you want, it was quite an emotional session for you.
Yes, yeah, I think
Stuff
so.
came up, and it was like, yeah. And then and it was one session, and it wasn't even in person, right? Because you're in
Yeah,
Ottawa, I'm in Toronto. It's over Zoom.
that's right. Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
came into this, when I told you when we did our screening call initially before we worked together, and I'm like, we don't even do this in person, we're going to do it over Zoom. What did you think about that? Did you think it would be effective over Zoom?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I was open to it. I figured you're the expert. If you say it works over Zoom, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't even in Toronto. I was away in Virginia because I was at a
Yeah,
hypnosis.
that's right. You're at a conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stopped my conference. I'm like, no, because it was the only time you could do it, I think. And it was in
Yeah.
Portugal. So at 2 o'clock in the Virginia time, I came up and we
Yep.
did it. It wasn't even on my laptop, it was on my cell phone. And
Yeah.
we did it as I do all my sessions over Zoom, and we nuked it in one
Yep.
session. How
Yeah.
how would you describe the whole experience of working with me? Because people see this guy speaks really fast, has all these tattoos, has a big beard, and they're like, "Oh, it's scary. Is he going to beat me up?" Metaphorically. And what is your whole experience of working with me, honestly?
Oh, I just found it really easy. I liked, our initial conversation. I felt really uh, connected, I guess, in a way that I felt that you were the one that could help me. And I like the accent. It helps
There you go.
too.
I'll thank my mum. Um, and now it's been actually over 6 months now. I think it's 7 months because it was November and we're almost
Yep.
coming to June now. So how did you? Well, I know after the first week after the session, some sadness came up for you, but you went
Yep.
through it. You dealt with it. You didn't reach back for smoking. You felt
Yep.
the emotion, and after that first week, leading up now 6 months later, how do you feel now about it and within yourself?
Oh, great. I feel much healthier. I don't have the smoker's cough. Um, I feel Yeah, it feels great to be a non-smoker. I'm saving a ton of money. My my son, he loves it. My husband's happy about it. I still go out with friends that smoke and it doesn't affect me. I can still stand around them while they're smoking and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Yeah, it's been really great.
So the only thing you lost was the actual habit of smoking, but any other cool stuff you did around it, like your social circle, you still
Yeah.
got your friends are still your friends.
Yes, yeah, my friends are still my friends.
Some
Yeah.
people are like, oh, all my friends smoke, my family smoke, my husband smokes. Does that mean when I quit, I have to get rid of them all? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's probably not a good idea. I think you can still have your husband and your friends and
Yeah.
family.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I mean, for some of my friend groups, I was the last holdout. But I do still have, yeah, some groups that there's still a few
I got you.
that or smoke. Yeah.
Is there anything that you now do or can do that you couldn't do or wasn't doing when you were smoking?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. I mean, I guess I don't have to like chew gum and put, hand sanitizer all over myself to get rid of the smoking smell after I have a bunch into certain situations. Sometimes I would like try to mask the smelliness of it. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else right now.
When you think about your life now, what are you most looking forward to going forward?
Oh, I think just being healthier overall. And like there's some other changes I want to make next, but smoking was a big part of that. So yeah, now it's just continuing on to my journey of other healthy habits. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the first domino and then we'll work on the rest.
Yeah. No, more longevity in my life.
Well, getting rid of smoking definitely will help you
Yeah.
with that. What would you say to people that are watching this and they're sitting on the fence? They want to quit smoking for themselves, but they're like, you know what? This hypnosis seems a bit okay. This British guy, he's a bit scary. I don't know if he can help me, but he's got a lot of testimonials. This woman, Jessica, sounds credible, and they're sitting on the fence about working with me and or quitting smoking. What would you say to those folks out there?
Oh, I think I would say it's at least worth giving it a try because it's not invasive and it's not like medication where it might affect your, I don't know, mental health and stuff too. There's a lot of risks with that. So I think at the end of the day, it's worth giving it a try. And, if it doesn't work for you, then you try the next thing. But I think it worked for me. It's worked for a lot of others. Maybe it's the right tool for them to make the final being able to quit.
Final question. What
Yeah.
would you say in that hour and a half we worked together? Could you single out any specific moment, technique, metaphor, phrase, or feeling or anything that was most important for you in your success in becoming a non-smoker?
You know what? I don't have the best memory. I don't remember what the exact phrase was, but I think for me, at the end of the day, I think it was an identity thing. I think I've been doing it for
Hmm.
so long that I just yeah, became what I thought was like a core part of my identity or something.
Wow, you came in to quit smoking and your identity. We polished up your identity.
Yeah, yeah, something like that, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. Just before I wrap it up, is there anything else I forgot to ask you or that you would like to say?
Oh, no, I just think it's worth definitely giving it a try because it worked for me and I think it could work for many others as well.
Oh, and I should say this: Jessica just didn't want to be on camera. She's a famous superstar, and she doesn't want people knowing her true identity. No, she
Yeah.
just didn't want to be on camera, but she allowed me to record this auditory. That's why you do not see a video of her for her own request. But I thank her anyways. Jessica, thank you so much, very much appreciated, and look forward to catching up with you in the future.
Yes. Be in touch. Thanks. Bye.
Always believe, Luke.